3-plane neck movement. You can join in as you want. Stand in just good tall position, turn and look to one side. Try to really put that face all the way over. You're trying to break your neck basically. All right, come all the way over, left side, 3 planes. And then your last plane is standing up tall and go down and look at your toes. And what we're aware of is that his upper back didn't change. He didn't round. He stayed up tall. There we go. Shoulder circle, standing up tall, just roll. Okay? You can go both directions. There are no time limits on these. You just do what feels good. Okay? Wrist and elbow circles. We're going to combine those. Okay? So you're literally just going there. You can go both directions. So switch directions and go in. There you go. Good. Trying to push them out. Good. Okay, here's one that looks a little bit funny to Westerners, but it's very common in Tai Chi. So it's called the Egyptian. Shocker. Egyptian Tai Chi. I think that might be a Western name. What you're going to do is you're going to screw your shoulders and pivot your hips. So try to put both palms up. There you go. And then pivot, and you'll see that your shoulders have to change. Okay? You're going to be doing this in the basement of your house, so I promise no one's going to think of you as funny. All right? But as you do this, you'll see that the shoulders right here have to really kind of screw into their sockets, and that's what we're after. Is we're after like opposite threads. Okay, so when you read the Egyptian, you'll know what that means. Good. Let's drop down to a kneeling position. We're going to do hip circles. I'm sorry, all fours. Yep. All fours. Yep. Straight right back. There you go, all the way up, and you're going to go right here and just get this out as wide as you can. Bend your knee, bend your knee, bend your knee. There you go. Good. Opening all the way up. And then kick all the way back. So he's using his own muscular power now to get this up as wide as he can. Creates a stretch right here for your adductor. Really activate your glute med. Okay, you'll just do as many circles as you want to on one leg, and then you'll switch around. Okay? Hip tilts we already went over. That's essentially the same broomstick tilt, but you would just do that in free space. All right, go ahead and stand up. We're going to get ready to do kind of skip down. Knee circles are pretty simple. You're just going to go knee circles this way, and then you go back the other way. What we're trying to do is get your joints to be able to move pretty easily. All right? Again, no pain as you do it. You're going to essentially support yourself a little bit and do it there. Ankles, you got a couple different ways to do it. I like this way as an old soccer player. It's just pretty simple. Just do it this way. Just kind of put a little pressure in there and really try to find as much roll as you can. If you feel like you can want to do it passively, then just move it around as you sit down. Okay? That is joint mobility. Shouldn't be very difficult. It's literally just taking your joints through range of motion. Movement patterns. This is where we're actually practicing good basic primal movement patterns. Hip tilts with a broomstick, we've already done. Assisted squats. You can grab a doorknob. On the doorknob, something sturdy. Go ahead and grab. He's going to squat down as low as he can, keeping his chest high. So he technically is going to squat lower if you squat lower than he normally would because he's got this to support him. Okay? Now if you have a TRX, this is obviously something you can do on TRX, but a doorknob works just as fine. Okay? You'll see here, create space in the hips. What he's after is just a shoulder width position. His feet don't need to be here. They're just going to open up at the hips, and then you descend down. Your goal is to try to stay as upright as possible as you descend. All right, a little bit of yoga here, down dogs and up dogs. All right, you can find this everywhere. Okay, again, trying to keep a neutral spine right through here, so you're not going to try to curve underneath. Go ahead and do an up dog. There you go. You've got a couple different options when you do this. You can lay flat, just like he did. Okay, he's got really good spinal extension. Or you can try to hover this, which would put a little bit more stress on that low back if he can handle that. Okay, and you would just alternate between the two. All right, so you're just going to go at your pace and alternate between up dogs and down dogs. And there's all sorts of different variations you can come up with, but ultimately we're keeping it simple. Take a knee. All right, he's going to show you the front hip flexor stretch, okay, and you'll see that his pelvis moves. Go ahead and give me both ways. So you'll see how his pelvis will tuck underneath by squeezing his glutes. All right, that's an anterior tilt and a posterior tilt, and that's going to cause just that tilt right here, and that squeezing that glute should already cause a stretch down that front hip flexor. So you don't need to do one of these, okay, going way forward. In fact, what that's going to do is going to put a little bit more stress right back here. Keep this glute squeezed, and that'll already cause that stretch. Okay? We're going to put you down here, and we're going to lie you down into a floor arm bar, so lay down flat on your stomach. There you go. Good. Just like this. What we're after is to move that shoulder blade. You can push with this hand, so you can keep that right there. And he's going to slowly begin to roll over. See how that shoulder blade pinches way up inside of there? That's some pretty good mobility. So people that sit at desks and shoulder blades get frozen here, what we're trying to do is push that shoulder blade hard and strong into that back. Okay? This helps ensure shoulder health. Okay? And that's up here, the joint. Okay? The more mobile this is back here and stable and strong these muscles are, you're able to move through range of motions. Okay? Again, you can just do those as you see fit. Achilles tendon stretch. Just go up against that wall and show that one. So Achilles tendon right back there. Start with the calf stretch, then shorten it up and bend his knee. So now he's got it right down here, not so much directly in the calf. Okay? Pretty good. So far we've gone 6 minutes and we've done a lot of explaining, so we're looking good. All right, now the actual exercise. And exercise is kind of in quotes because this is where you are going to start to try to activate muscles to get them ready for our, you could use this as a warm-up, potentially. In the program, I listed this as do this for that day, and you'd make you do it 3 times or something like that. Maybe you do just the mobilities and the hip and movement patterns just once, but then you stretch and do the exercises twice or 3 times or whatever it is. So again, you're going to find out how it is. This is a overhead broomstick press and squat. So he's going to press this as he squats. Go. You will find your level to be varying on this motion. Go ahead and come up. See how this kind of stays in one spot and he just squats underneath the bar? All right. Now again, we've already highlighted that Chris has some pretty good shoulder mobility. You may find, go ahead and go real wide. You may find that you have to widen out that grip. Same thing, because this will be easier on that shoulder joint. Okay? So the shoulders didn't have to move quite so far. So you'll adjust as you feel like you can do. Well done. Good. Okay, we're going to take that knee and go to the column position. The column position is a portion of the get up. Go ahead. Good. Yep. Okay. He just got into it. Okay. We're going to talk about this a little later on here. All right. This is again for shoulder, but we're going to really work on external rotation. So he's going to take this portion of his arm. Go ahead and go and pull it underneath. Okay. He's going to try to fight for external rotation, which is back there, and try to keep this. Go ahead and come on up. It's repetitions. Trying to keep it perpendicular to the ground. You are going to feel it like crazy back here into your lap. Okay? That's going to be a serious one. You know what? Everybody take a knee. We're going to practice that one real quick. All right? You start with your hand above this knee. All right? We're going to come out just a little bit. There you go. Just with this leg. There you go. Good. So we're above the knee. Windshield wiper that back leg. That unimpinges your hip. I know that the knees are hard on the floor a little bit, but we'll survive. Push your hips out this way and come directly to this side right here. Okay? Now we're running into each other a little bit, but that's basic. All right? We're generally okay. A straight line should exist between your wrist and your wrist. That's why it's a column. All right? It's called a column. Now, make that fist up top and pull it down. Look up back at it and make sure it stays as perpendicular as you can. Good. So we're going to try to pull this elbow down inside of it a little bit more. There you go. Good. Okay? Do you feel it back into your shoulder blade a little bit? All right, guys. I'm not going to go over all of these together because, again, I want to make sure that we have plenty of time to go through our stuff. All right? But band side steps, you can get these bands anywhere. Dick's. Anywhere, all right? Sports Authority, Amazon, blah, blah, blah. Okay? You're going to wrap that up around your knees, not around your ankles. Pretend like you have it on. And he's going to do a kind of a quick little side step. It is not just standing steps here. He's going to stand on one leg. Remember, he's got resistance, and then he gets over. What that's going to work is this support leg, this standing leg. Okay? It's not the pull. It's really the push. Inline lunge. Just do a lunge. Support if you need to. So you're going to grab the back of the chair, face that way. Grab the back of the chair if you need to. Go ahead and do the lunge. What he's after is keeping his spine as upright as possible as he descends. A common issue for people with dead hip flexors is cave. Okay? That's bad news for your low back. So support until you can stay as upright as possible and then come back. Goblet stretches, you're going to go over that. One-legged deadlift. Give me a one-legged deadlift. There you go. Good. And then come all the way up. It is the exact same thing as your hip tilt, just on one leg. Okay? Again, balance on something. So, if you need to practice, you would start with your hip tilt, all right, and then take a leg away. Okay? Make sure your chest stays open. You could technically do it with the stick again. We're going to do a plank, forearm plank. This is called a hard style plank. What we're going to try to do is hold core stability for 30 seconds. So, drop down. Here we go. Lay down your stomach. We are not just sitting and talking today. There you go. That's fine. We got it. Good. Well, you guys are hard chargers over there. Okay. Jen, do you want a pad? All right. Here we go. Everybody plank up. I'll talk you through what's going to happen. Now, put your ankles together. Squeeze your glutes as tight as you can. Squeeze your quads as tight as you can. Of course, nothing hurts, so squeeze as tight as you can, but if your knees are a little sore, then don't squeeze them quite that tight. But my point is that your solid plank, touch your ankles together, your solid plank starts from your columns, and your columns are your legs. Make sure your head does not bend down and touch the ground. Try to keep a neutral spine, so as if you are standing up with your head up. Okay? In fact, a slight little gaze up might even help that. Okay? We have not gone 30 seconds yet. All right? Our goal, our assessment, is to hold a solid, hard style plank for 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Well done. Good. All right, not bad. Everybody cleared the assessment.